Sacha Baron Cohen returns as fictitious Kazakh journalist Borat Tsogdiev in Borat subsequent movie film. This time around, the titular character is joined by his daughter Tutar on a trip to the US&A. Very nice. Damn it, that was lame.
I'm here to give my daughter as a gift to someone close to the throne.
I need dress with real sexy peels.
This is a bag that just goes over the dress.
Very nice.
I really like this.
Borat subsequent movie film delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan, or as I'll likely referring to it as in this review, Borat 2 hit Amazon Prime just in time for this year's presidential election. If you're a fan or at least aware of Cohen's work, you know, dating back to the late 90s and early 2000s, these various fictional characters the creator takes on have always been surrounded by criticism and controversy. Now, I'll admit I haven't seen some of his other satirical projects like Bruno, Is America, or his narrative venture The Dictator, but 14 years later, Sacha Baron Cohen returns full force to a trusted character, pretty fantastic results. I had to revisit the original Borat film right before watching the sequel because, for one, I wanted to see how it played now, in 2020. Quite frankly, it had been a while and I'd forgotten a lot of moments. I was truly surprised at how well the original held up. I just didn't find myself having as many big laughing moments as I thought I would. But the movie truly felt timeless. The sequel being made this year and having a specific political focus, my biggest concern was that it wouldn't have much scope outside of this year or even these few months. At the end of the day, just like many other movies that were made at a specific time or with a specific intent, it doesn't really matter because it's damn well made. Borat's antics are on a complete other level, and this time he's got his daughter, brilliantly played by Maria Bakalova, right by his side. Now, I don't want to go into too many details in case you haven't seen the movie, so I'll just say Bakalova as Tutar absolutely steals the show. As they address in the trailer and throughout the movie, a glaring problem is that lots of American people recognize the character Borat. So while Cohen frequently disguises himself, a lot of the weight is put on Bakalova to get some of those more outlandish moments over. It really works. I will say this time around there was more focus on a certain group of regular people, but I would also say that they weren't really targeted. They're certainly getting jokes off on these people, but Borat and Tutar are usually the butt of the joke. And we get some great moments that don't involve political or coronavirus-based commentary at all. Past these moments with Mayor Rudy Giuliani and an anti-mask rally, my favorite parts of the movie were the more broad sequences with, we'll say, a babysitter, print copy shop owner, and a debutante ball. They really worked for me because I feel like at the end of the day, these are the people that make the movie. Not the overly dumb or clueless, just your average Americans who are trying to do right by others and find themselves interacting with these strange characters. At the end of the day, Borat's subsequent movie film is a well-done comedy that perfectly captured a moment in time, especially for the American people. Again, no spoilers, but I thought the movie pulled itself together very nicely at the end and featured some great subtle comedy moments in its final sequence. Watching the two Borat films back to back has definitely inspired me to go watch some of the other Sacha Baron Cohen entries that I've missed. Alright, moment of truth, let's rate this thing. Now, usually my ratings are based on if you should see it in theaters opening weekend, for a matinee, and its second run, etc. Since Borat 2 debuted on streaming, and I wouldn't tell anybody to rush out to a theater at the moment, we're going to switch things up a little bit. When it comes to Borat, subsequent movie film, delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan, I say stream it now. You're not going to want to miss out on this movie, and I'm sure lots of your friends are and will be talking about it for weeks to come. So put this at the top of your watch list, the beginning of your queue, whatever it takes to see this movie as soon as possible. If you've seen it already, please feel free to hit me at Brown Chase on all the socials so we can talk about it. That's all I have for now, but make sure you're checking out the Cheap Seats Network podcast feed wherever you get your favorite shows. Our Movie Trivia League, Nobody's Home, and reviews just like this can always be found here on our YouTube page. And if you're looking for somewhere to go, join us in the cheap seats. There's plenty of room.